Okay, I will hereby call to order this regular meeting of the West Valley City Council here on Tuesday, January 13th. And by way of roll call, you've noticed the mayor has slipped out to attend some family business, so we'll excuse him for the night, and the remaining 6 of us will handle the items on our agenda. We do also want to acknowledge our city recorder, Ms. Sherry McKendrick, with us tonight, as well as city manager Wayne Pyle, who will be assisting us as we go through the city's business tonight. As council members, we take turns on doing an opening ceremony to set the tone of the meeting, and tonight that responsibility falls to District 2 Council Member Steve Bueller. So, Councilman, the time is now yours.
Thank you. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilmember Bueller. I don't believe we have any special recognitions tonight, so we'll turn our attention to item 5 on. Oh. I want to recognize Representative-elect Fred Cox in the back of the room with us, who's attending this meeting tonight, and thank you for that. So now we'll move to item 5 of our comment period, and the first part of that is our public comments, where we have members of the public sign up. Our rules allow for 5 minutes and no more than 30 minutes for the entire period, following which we'll ask the city manager to provide any comments, and then we'll go to the city council for any comments that they might have. And so the first on our sign up is Becca DeMornant. Did I say that right? Pretty close. Come up to the dais, and look forward to hearing your remarks and getting to meet you and know you a little bit better.
Okay. This is my first time attending a city council meeting, actually ever. So this is great. I'm with Congressman Mia Love's office, or Congresswoman Mia Love's office, and I'm here as a district representative. Wanted to get a feel for what's going on in West Valley, and also invite whoever's in attendance. Her office is located in West Jordan. It's Jim Matheson's old office, and we are having an open house on January 23rd from 11 to 2. And all are invited. The Congresswoman will be there, as well as the rest of the district staff. And hopefully I'll be able to attend any city council meetings in the future. So, any questions for me?
Good.
No? Right.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you, and I comments, but now we'll bring up Josh Sherman.
Happy New Year, City Council. My name is Josh Sherman. Live at 2749 South Lake Street in Salt Lake City, so I can bother them now for the next 20 years. I just wanted to bring up the proposal to fund the West Valley City Skate Park and put it into the actual budget for this fiscal year. 2 years ago, we went through the process of redesigning, planning the actual skate park with, not sure if we mitigated the wetlands yet, but that was the one priority. But in addition to that, we've done the drainage, we've done the landscaping, we've done the rough, almost fine detail of the actual park itself, and that's all been paid for. Those plans are been finalized from the Park and Recs. It would still need the additional help of a construction crew to fine-tune it, but we pretty much got 9 of the 10 things required for it, in addition to the city, the county's money from the ZAP funds, and the land donated from West Valley, hopefully still, and additional funds from West Valley. The only funds that need to be allocated would be for the completion of that corner piece. And with this year being a new year, if the city approved that, then maybe we can move forward and have the West Fest debut with a finished park, one of our biggest and best parks in the city. And I think it would just tie into the summer activities, get more people out there, get more kids into the skate park, off the streets, off of where they're already skating in general, because they are and put them in a place where police and fire and their parents can be watching them and hang out with them, and they can enjoy the pool and everything else that we have at the facilities. So as a long life resident of West Valley, and I really encourage that this be put onto the agenda, be voted on this year, and try to finish up this project that we started a long time ago. I appreciate everyone's input up to this point, and I appreciate the work you've done to get it to this point. So that's all I have today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sherman. Now hear from Mr. Mike Markham.
Mike Markham, 3008 Alice Circle. As many of you know, I really support beautifying the city, and I support Wayne's neighborhood preservation when I do call. But I would like to bring up a couple of issues. I was listening to Steve at the study meeting talk about the yays and nays that we want to have in the city center project. And I look at our Embassy Suites as probably West Valley's Little America, Grand America. I don't know how many of you ever walk around the place. The landscaping that has died when the hotel was built has never been replaced. Maybe we could put some color around there, stay on the landscaping a little bit. Half of the grass is dead and been overtaken by weeds. I went over to talk to the manager one day because I kind of take the bull by the horns, and he was way too busy to deal with just a citizen. But I think, you know, if this is what we want special people here, we need to make it a pretty area. The building where the Starbucks coffee shop is, their landscaping has never been put in out on the 3500 South Side. And I would just about guess that when they gave you, the city, the renderings of that building, there was landscaping on that. Now, unfortunately, when 35th came through and they put that in, the street is above the grade of the building, so that water will flow into the building if we get a lot of water. But I would assume there are people out there smart enough that can take care of that. But I think if we're going to control who's going in there, the people that are there need to step up, make this place beautiful. Maybe the city could work a deal with Karen. She sells flowers. Let's make it pretty. I drive down the main street in Vernal, Utah, where the main drag is nothing but dust from the oil trucks, and they've got flower pots all over their main street. You know, I think, you know, if we can't have people putting product out in the front of their store, if they have a store there, you know, let's put flowers out there. Let's put something out there. You know, if people give us a rendering of what they're going to do, make them do it. You know, you drive by, and probably the thing that stands out the most, if I can say this, is the pigeon poop in front of the one of the phone stores there that's dropped all over the sidewalk. You know, I walk down to the Starbucks, I look at these businesses that are there, they don't even maintain their own sidewalk. You know, I don't know how you get these businesses that want to come out here to take care of their places. But if whoever owns that property, the building, I understand his son manages one of the phone stores there. Because I've tried to tell him you can't park in the doctor's parking spots anymore. But now they're afraid of him for some reason. Well, I'm not. You know, I think, Steve, seeing me out picking up trash around the trees one day out in front of the eye doctor's place where I office. You know, let's keep the place tidy. If we want a tidy place in West Valley, and if West Valley owns property, West Valley needs to be held to the same standards as we're holding our citizens to. If we own property, we can't have weeds. Who owns the property just to straight west of Costco, behind the grocery store and all that? That's nothing but an eyesore. The skate park corner is an eyesore. Lars even brought that up. It's not a very pleasing corner to look at. If the city owns it, take care of it. If you're not going to take care of it, sell it, just like the property down here on Lancer Way. You know, we have expectations of our citizens. Let's have the same expectations of ourselves. If we're not going to expect ourselves to take care of our properties, you can't expect the citizens to take care of their properties. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Markham. Our final sign-up we have tonight is Representative-elect Cox.
Thank you, Mr. Rushton. Thank you, Council, for all the time you spend in our behalf, and staff. Thank you. 2 comments. One of them is on your agenda for tonight. It's resolution, it's item B 15-08. Since that's not a hearing, I just wanted to comment. I was in the meeting with the city and the owner for that mediation, and I was, as a taxpayer, I think the city did a good job, and the owner has agreed to the offer. I went and checked property values up and down the street. I looked at the 2 appraisals, both of which had some problems. Ideally, you want property that's close and had recently been sold, and there just wasn't anything. There have been offers that had been made significantly more, but hadn't closed, and so I thought that the city did an excellent job. I just wanted to say that I'm in favor of that particular resolution. And I do have a conflict because I know the owner, but I'm a taxpayer, and I think that the city did a good job of negotiating that. The other thing I just wanted to comment, since the hotel was just mentioned, is, and I sent Mr. Rushton a copy of an email that I had sent to some other individuals and staff, is I am opposed to the zoning change amendment for CC if it's not amended. I think there's some great things in that proposal that make a lot of sense, and I don't want to take a lot of your time tonight, but if, and I sent a copy of that email to your recorder, and so if you could take a look at it, I believe that with some amendments to that, you could get some other businesses that may help a downtown, and also the property across the street from the hotel that is currently boarded up, I believe with some amendments, that will be able to be opened up and fixed up with some compromise there. I just thought I'd pass that information on, something for you to think about. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Pyle, any comments tonight on anything you've heard or anything else going on in the city?
No, sir, I think I'm good tonight.
Any comments from any member of the city council tonight? Mr. Vincent.
I'll just make a comment. I know Josh has been coming to these meetings for probably 10 years, and I would certainly be in favor of making sure that skate park is built this year, so I'm going to do what I can in helping Wayne get that taken care of. So.
Any other comments? I'll just echo the comments of Councilmember Vincent. This has been planned and plotted probably similarly to the Normandy invasion, and we're to the last stages of it, and it's time to just push through and get it done. Probably soon enough that I can drop in on my skateboard without breaking any bones, because if we wait much longer, that probably won't happen. But thank you for that, and thank you, Ms. DeMordant, for coming tonight, and we're looking forward to working with Congresswoman Love, and look forward to getting more details on the open house, because I know there'll be members of that that'll be in attendance on that. One other thing from the City Council side tonight is that we'd like to turn the time over to the City Attorney. That the Mayor has requested that the decision of last week's deliberations concerning Nate Carlisle's grandma request be read into the record of this council meeting, and so Mayor informed me that he's had these discussions and the final paperwork done, but just wanted to have it as a matter of course be read into the record in tonight's meeting. So.
Eric Bunderson, the City Attorney. The document that has been signed by the Mayor reads as follows. Procedural posture. On January 6, 2015, Nate Carlisle, reporter for the Salt Lake Tribune, appealed a decision of the West Valley City Manager denying Mr. Carlisle's request for an internal affairs file regarding former West Valley City Police Officer Kevin Salmon and his involvement in a November 2nd, 2012 fatal shooting, as well as any recordings or transcripts of Mr. Salmon's interviews concerning the same event. The West Valley City Council heard arguments on the appeal in accordance with West Valley City Ordinance 3-16-502 subsection 8, which states, "At the hearing, the City Council shall allow the parties to testify, present evidence, and comment on the issues. The City Council may allow other interested persons to comment on the issues. Findings of fact. The Council, having reviewed the documents in question and having conducted a hearing on the matter and having deliberated the matter unanimously, overturns Mr. Pyle's appeal. The documents are ordered to be released to Mr. Carlisle subject to any valid enforceable court order to the contrary. Pursuant to City Ordinance 3-16-50212 and 3-16-503, either party may appeal this decision to the District Court, and, in order to protect its right on appeal, either party may wish to seek advice from an attorney in order to protect its rights on appeal, dated this 13th day of January 2015 and signed by Mayor Ron Bigelow.
Thank you. We'll now turn our attention to our resolutions tonight, and we'll ask our city manager to introduce Resolution 15-07, approving an agreement with JUB Engineers. Mr. Pyle.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So this resolution tonight would approve this agreement. As you noted, this would be with JUB Engineers. This is for the purpose of developing a custom community education and outreach plan for our stormwater utility. This is a requirement that we have fulfilled in years past and are renewing once again. This would entail the spending of $71,500 from the stormwater utility.
Any questions of city management on this one for the council?
So does that mean we're going to redo the TV ad where the guy climbs out of the storm water with sludge on him?
I hope not. It's a personal favorite of mine, but we probably will. Yeah, that'd probably be something changed and updated.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 1507.
Second.
Okay, we have a live motion before this body to approve Resolution 15-07. Is there any comments to that motion? I just also wanted to note that it was an open bid process through this, and I believe JUB was the only one that actually responded to it, but
yes,
go through that. So. Okay, seeing no comments to the motion, we'll call the question and ask all those in favor of approving Resolution 15-07 to please say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? That motion passes unanimously. Mr. Pyle, 15-08 for us, please.
Thank you, sir. We are currently extending a road at 2400 South and 4800 West, which involves a good length of the city and a number of different property owners, which we've needed to go and get both rights-of-way agreements, warranty deeds, other enabling instruments that would allow us to construct this road. Normally, most of these items would be on our consent agenda, and we wouldn't go over these individually, or at least we would not need to. But in a couple of the cases, and in fact more than a couple of cases, as the council has seen over the last few weeks, some of these items entail a significant amount of expenditure of funds. So therefore, we are including those individually on the resolution agenda. In this particular case, we have a right-of-way agreement and a special warranty deed, and are receiving those from NNA Enterprises. They own property at approximately 5558 West and 2455 South, and we will be spending $233,733 for acquiring that property and rights of way. I think it might also be worth noting that these are through funds granted by and acquired from and in cooperation with the state.
Okay, thank you for that introduction. Any questions or clarifications or any more information you might need before a motion on this item? If not, any motion you care for is now in order.
I would move for approval of Resolution 14-08. 15, sorry. It's been a day.
Living in the past.
15-08.
Second. We have a motion second now before the body to consider approving Resolution 15-08. Any discussion to that motion? Okay, seeing none, we'll call the question and ask all those in favor of approval to please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That resolution also passes unanimously, and let's go to 15-09, please.
Thank you, sir. The same project as we discussed in the previous resolution, the 2400 South roadway extension. This resolution would allow for a right-of-way agreement, special warranty deed, storm drainage easement, and 2 grants of temporary easement with Suburban Land Reserve, who owns property at 5139 West and 2400 South, and would be in the amount of $65,700, also from state funds.
Okay, council members, any questions, comments, need information, or motion?
I would move for approval of resolution 15-09.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion before this body to approve Resolution 1509, the right-of-way agreement with Suburban Land Reserve. Any discussion to that motion? Okay. All those in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It also passes unanimously. We have item 7 on our agenda is a 3-item consent agenda consisting of a couple quick claim deeds and a delay agreement. Any questions or clarifications on that, or a motion on those items?
Move for approval of the 3 items on the consent agenda.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of approving the 3 resolution items of the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Also appears to be unanimous. Any need for executive session tonight?
No, sir.
Okay,
Thanks.
appears so. So item 9 on our agenda is we need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Okay, all in favor of adjourning the city council, please say aye.
Aye.
This body stands adjourned.